Ocho video para ti. Oi, excuse me. So the Atlanta Falcons, New England Patriots rematch. Redo part 2. Well, if any game would have put me to sleep, you would think it was this one. But I actually stayed awake for this sporting event. Which is strange because this is just my dogmatic subjective perspective, but I thought it was a yawner of a game. It was, to me, it was over by at least halftime. But although in the first half I thought it was controversial. Atlanta had an interception in the end zone and ran it out, and then that interception was, I'm getting distracted from the outside sun. That was reversed, and then New England scored. But they called a roughing the passer, and they claimed that it was a shot to the head on Tom Brady. I don't know about that one. The announcers both agreed. To me, the NFL, it's compared to when I first started watching it in the late 70s, early 80s, there's just so many rules. How do you expect the safeties and cornerbacks and linebackers that are running full speed, and then they need to, tackle people and try to get to the quarterback as fast as possible, but I suppose they're just supposed to let up, and I don't understand this. I mean, to me, that wouldn't have been called 10 years ago, 20 years ago, but that's just me. Anything besides that, the game was over by halftime at least. Atlanta didn't score until about 4 minutes left in the game. By then it was over. It was 23-0. I thought that they were going to get shut out just like the Broncos. I'm a former Broncos fan, so that's why I call them that term once. I don't have a favorite team anymore. They looked horrible against San Diego, but that's a digression. Now, one thing that did change was that the New England Patriots secondary finally stopped an opposing quarterback from throwing for more than 300 yards. Their first 6 games of the season, which set an NFL record for futility, I guess, allowed each of their opponent's quarterback to throw for over 300 yards. The first 6 games, that's an NFL record. However, New England still was able to win 4 games. So that's pretty amazing. Allowing the opposing quarterback to throw for over 300 yards 6 straight weeks and have a 4-2 record. Now New England is 5-2. Atlanta is 3-3. New England's first place. Atlanta's in third. That's my recap. And, pun intended in advance, Atlanta played through a fog. They did, because literally there was a fog and it was thick. It reminded me way back in the late 80s. There was a fog game. I think it was also New England and Chicago or something like that. It might have been also at, out in Boston area, Massachusetts, whatever, New England area. But, yep, Atlanta played in a fog, pretty much. Adios.